Hey guys, Yule here. So winter has finally arrived to northern New Jersey and I walked the dog twice today, so I could tell you it is really cold out there. But it is not going to stop me from giving you guys a garden tour, indoor garden tour, because I thought you would like to see some plants. If you have not recognized the space, this is my plant room and also my work studio where I work every day. So I'm going to go around from left to right to make sure I don't miss anything. And I'll try to show you all of the plants that I have here, or almost all of the plants. I may miss some. Anyway, let's get started. I will start in this corner here, and I had to kind of back up so you can see how big this Ficus benjamina is. And I bought it as a little baby plant in New York City and brought it all the way home, and it's gotten really big and it's really happy and healthy. Right here I have a Ficus benjamina variegated variety that is quite a bit smaller. And right underneath, I have Asparagus densiflorus, which a lot of people call this plant asparagus fern. It is not a fern at all. It is actually a true asparagus. And when it produces new growth, it actually looks like asparagus spear, the ones that we eat. Right here, I have a collection of smaller plants. There's a Peperomia, little African violet, and I love that color right now. Look at that. There's a fern under cloche, and cloches are great for keeping humidity for your plants. There's spider plants and croton. And there is a Paris japonica outside this window that I had to prune so these plants get a little bit more light, and it definitely worked. Now I have Dracenas here, and Dracenas are some of the easiest plants to grow as house plants. And this is Dracena fragrans. They are different cultivars. You can see like the leaves are very different, but it's the same type, requires the same care. Now there is another Dracena here that is Dracena marginata that has a much thinner leaves, and this one is just beautiful. I will come back to this moment, but I just wanted to show you my shameful moment right here. This is bad plant parenting. Very, very bad. Now, these Dracenas, I actually left outside when it was still really, really cold, so they actually got frostbitten right here. I'm going to have to cut it. I mean, they are rebounding. They're very forgiving plants, but this is like, I still have acorns here. I still have not cleaned a lot of house plants from being outside. Anyway, let's go back to this really nice moment right here. So this Dracena marginata, I bought in Home Depot, and it had 3 plants in one pot. And I thought it was just too crowded, so I separated them. And I placed them all around the plant room, and I love the way just one looks in this beautiful pot right here. If you want to really show off your plants, just pick very simple white or gray pots. It has beautiful striping. And I have a few ferns here and a little peperomia shaped like a heart still hanging in there. Just love this little moment. All right, so here I have a philodendron. This is a tree philodendron that just put out this new gorgeous leaf. And this poor guy struggled so much because I actually overturned this pot this summer while I was transporting it outside, but it is coming back for sure. Then I have some coffee trees right over there, little seedlings that I'm growing. Now this umbrella plant right here, the variegated variety, is just so beautiful. You can come in guys, it's okay. You can come in. So, and then of course Iresine. Iresine that you guys saw that I plant outside with cuttings. And this is the way I save it indoors in the pot like this, and it's just such a beautiful addition, beautiful leaves. And there's This is what happens when a cat enters the jungle. So cute. I forgot to show you this little terrarium that I have here that I built about a year ago, and I was worried about this kalanchoe that I have here. It has done really great. It's outgrown its spot. It's about to bloom again. The Fittonia has done amazing. Fittonias are not one of those easy plants to grow, but they grow really great in terrariums. And also there's a little air plant that is doing great. There was a fern right there that totally outgrew its spot, so I actually removed it from here. So this is what happens. We actually leave the doors to this room closed because although our cats and the dog don't really bother the plants, but here's the thing. This little guy right here sometimes likes to chew on plants. And this little guy right here, excuse me, yeah, you, likes to bury his bones in the pots. So we actually have a very secure lock for this plant room from the cats and the dog, but it's not too bad. I mean, they are cute. So I just wanted you to see this umbrella plant from this angle. Look at how beautiful these leaves are. And it is right next to this croton here, which is also has the most gorgeous foliage. They kind of like grow into each other. But this croton, oh, I love it so much. It has all these colors, but some people have difficulties with crotons. Mine I've had for a while, and the only problem I have is the mealybugs. So there's a little overview of the plant room from this angle. There is a rubber plant right here that I need to replant like yesterday. Totally outgrew its pot. And also I have the elephant ears that I grow outside during the summer, and they do quite well in the plant room. Not as good as if they were outside. You can see that little sheen that I have on the leaf. I actually sprayed some neem oil for mealybugs. I had a slight infestation, but it's doing quite well. I just love this rubber plant leaves. They're just so juicy, dark looking. Look at that. So pretty. And here's my pride and joy of the moment. I don't know if you guys remember, I showed you a video of the bulbs that I was going to force this fall, and some of them were hyacinths, and they are blooming. Look at this. I cannot be happier. It feels like spring in here. The scent is just intoxicating. I just love the color of them. And all of the names of the plants that I'm showing you today, guys, I'm just going to list down in the description below. But this makes me so happy. Here I have some coleus that I saved from outside. And you could totally do that. I actually made a video about how to save your coleus over the winter and use it again in your pots or in your landscape in the spring and summer. I love the leaves on this one. Has little purple tips. So pretty. The one next to it is called a volcano, and the colors of this one actually reflects the colors of the second Dracena marginata that I have here. It has kind of the same greens and reds, but totally different shape of leaves. Here's my little African violet propagation station. So I just I tried or experimented propagating African violets, and now I have them everywhere. They are so easy, you guys, and also has this little, I have this little Oxalis here, has been blooming all winter long, and it's just the cutest thing ever. There's some coleus cuttings that I already started taking for the following spring. So I have some coleus outside. And this terrarium here, probably you can see my reflection here. Oops, let me hide over here. This terrarium is almost 2 years old and it has been doing really well. It is time to disassemble everything. Everything is really overgrown. I mean, the Colocasia is like quadrupled in size, and Fittonia franki needs its own space. It's just, it needs work, but I've been just loving this terrarium. It was one of my first things, one of my first videos that I've ever did on this channel, so it is super special to me. Here is my little succulent corner, and I have a bunch of Haworthias here that I've been separating for a while. I think they're all related because I constantly separate the pups. And there's some Echeverias here, aloe. This aloe I actually saved from CVS, and it's doing quite well. There's some cacti, and there is a jade plant that I recently cut down severely right here because it started to become really leggy, and I thought it would help tremendously with kind of bushier growth. I think it's looking better already. And here is the strangest succulent that I have in my collection. This is Echeveria setosa forma cristata, and I bought it in a regular nursery. I had no idea what it was, and actually let me put it right here because I think it deserves its own a little talk. So I bought it in a regular nursery. I had no idea what it was. I posted a picture at one of those plant ID Facebook groups, and they said it was quite rare and hard to find. And it is the strangest looking succulent. It almost looks like a sea creature. Just look at this. Isn't this so cool? And the leaves are fuzzy, and they have these rosettes that grow on a very meaty stem, and I have been enjoying this plant a lot. Here are two plants that I forgot to show you. This is elephant ear mojito, and it has the most incredible leaves, you guys. Look at these speckles. It actually has been doing much better indoors this year than it did outdoors. I think I have included it in one of the outdoor garden tours, but look at this. This elephant ear needs a lot more light than the other one I just showed you. And I also have anthurium here. Now here's my workspace, and I have some palms here in the corner. I absolutely love palms. They have that tropical feel and softness to them. I do have that third Dracena marginata that I was talking about. There is a little umbrella plant right here and a ginger plant right there. My favorite part of the space is probably this mantle that has a lot of my hanging plants. And I kind of arrange them from the ones that need a lot of light to the ones that don't. So it starts with burro's tail. Then I have Tradescantia zebrina, Pothos variegated variety. I'm not sure which one this one is. There is a little African violet there. This is a philodendron. I think that's a neon, but I'm not sure. There is Syndopsis right here, Pothos, and that is a little Fukianti in bonsai form. And the reason it's there, I'm just keeping an eye on it because it had a little mealybug infestation. But I am just so happy with this arrangement here. And this Tradescantia zebrina needed to be repotted, and I repotted it and also propagated it, and all the cuttings are right here, and they're doing really well. It is so easy to propagate that plant. But yeah, I think this is it for my workspace. And I'm just going to pan around here, show you the overall view of the plant room. I forgot to show you these Christmas ornaments. I made a video about them during Christmas time, how you can put house plants inside of your Christmas ornaments, and those make great gifts. So I actually saved mine, and I'm putting them on these candle holders so they don't roll around all over the place. And they look so great just as terrariums. So this is a big one. And it has lots of baby tears, little Fittonia franki. This one is just baby tears, and it's obviously will need to be replanted and addressed. But I thought this was so cool how it just grew over with all of these plants. The air plants, I don't have to replant ever. They will just stay here for years. But I thought it was just so cool the way that you can display them. And the second thing that I have on my desk here is the cyclamens that I made an arrangement around Christmas time as well. Unfortunately, I lost a third one. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was rot, but I'm not sure. The rest of them are doing really well and really pretty. But I think this is about it. All right, guys, this is it for today's garden tour. And before I go, I just wanted to say that this room has not always looked like this. And when we were looking for a house, this was actually a huge selling point. When I saw this room and I saw all these wonderful windows, I knew this was going to be my plant room. And a lot of the houses in our neighborhood have rooms like this with lots of windows. And most people convert them either into dens or TV rooms or playrooms, but I knew this was going to be a room for plants. But when we moved in, this room had this old carpet, gray walls, and popcorn ceiling. So we actually removed the carpet and we saw this most beautiful tile that was hidden for probably 50 or 60 years. And then I painted the walls white. This color is actually called ultra white because I wanted as much light for the plants as possible. And then we replaced the popcorn ceiling because the popcorn ceilings cannot stand the humidity that I have here. But I am so grateful for this space this time of the year. It is amazing to walk in and see all of the plants and enjoy the greenery. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the plants, and I'm super excited about all of the flowers that are coming in. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.